This is my first miniature build ever, and today we're making the tiny dishes and jars that will fill this china cabinet. Hello everyone, welcome to Tiny Wins Minis. My name is Ashley. Grab a seat and watch me put together something tiny. My current build is the Rose Garden Tea House by Cutebee. It's a cozy little tea room with some floral touches and lots of pastries. I'm going to link it in the description for anyone interested. Like I said, I'm brand new to miniatures, and this is my first kit that I've ever attempted. You're going to notice throughout my videos that my hands can be very dramatic while I'm building. And honestly, that's the reality of building miniatures. There are tiny pieces, tiny glue spots, and occasionally some tiny frustrations. But this right here, this is what I call a tiny win. After fiddling with that little tea jar for way longer than I'd like to admit, seeing it finally come together made all the frustration completely worth it. And here I am cutting out what will be a little basket that holds a tea bag and a jar. I'm using my hobby knife that I purchased on Amazon. It came in a kit that had some files, the cutting mat that I'm using, and a metal ruler. It had a bunch of other things too. I'll link it in the description for anyone who's curious. And here you are witnessing another reality of miniature building. Guys, that hobby knife blade came right off of there. Am I even using the hobby knife correctly? Please leave some comments, leave some constructive criticism. Let me know how I'm doing. Um, but please be nice. I'm sensitive and I will cry. So, one tiny tip for you other beginners out there: dry fit things before you finally glue them down. Here I am using super glue to glue down the walls of this basket, but I never really checked the shape of the bottom to see if the two align properly. I really think this led me to fiddling with the basket way longer than necessary. You'll notice that I'm messing with it a lot, trying to get it to line up properly. I believe the brand of super glue I'm using is Gorilla Glue. However, I don't have a preference personally. I will link the glue I'm using in the description for anyone who wants more information on it. You can pick up this glue almost anywhere in the US. I've even seen it at the dollar store. And here I thought I finally had the basket completed and was ready to show you guys, but I did that and then panicked. I did eventually get this basket completed. I unfortunately did not get that on video. I do have some detailed shots included at the end of the video of the decorated china cabinet, so keep watching till the end to see. Here, I'm cutting out what will become tiny tea jars for the china cabinet. I actually love this part of the process. My favorite moment is at the end when you pop out all the little pieces and the empty outlines are left behind. here I am holding the tea jars together with a pair of forceps or tweezers. This pair and another came with the toolkit I mentioned earlier. It's going to be linked in the description for you guys to check out if you'd like. And we're about to witness why we do not ever put glue directly on your miniature from the glue bottle. See that big bubble that happened? It kind of got it all over my miniature, but I was able to scrape most of it back to where I needed it. Just a little another tiny tip. Always put the glue on a toothpick and then add it to your project. Obviously, I did not learn, but yeah, that's just something I recommend. I'm using super glue here to create the lid for the larger tea jar. Both pieces are made of metal and neither are sticking to the other. I eventually had to switch the glue I was using to the E6000 because it's tackier and I was hoping it would help. It did not. So, any seasoned mini builders out there, please give me your tips. There has to be a better way because I essentially got glue all over these little lids before they would stick to one another. And what I'm doing here is just scraping off some excess glue. Like I said, I had glue all over those little lids, so I had to get some of that off because it was just unsightly. And boom, I cannot get these things to stick. I mean, really, it is frustrating. And finally, I get to glue the lid onto the tea jar. I was very excited because look how cute it is. Ah, I loved it so much. A perfect succession of tiny wins. So, not only am I new to miniatures, I'm also new to filming and editing. I'm still figuring out camera angles, and here I should have moved my hand so you could see better, but that's kind of part of the process. I started this channel to archive my progress as I learn and get better with each build. If you want to follow along for the tiny wins and the tiny frustrations, feel free to like and subscribe. Here I was being impatient and trying to shove out this glue. It made a huge drop come out. You can see it on my mat there. I do not recommend that technique of removing glue from the bottle. Here I am cutting out a book for one of the shelves of the china cabinet. It turns out to be pretty fiddly. You have to fold it opposite directions. Each page is opposite direction. So that's what I'm doing here. And here is where I realized that I folded it the wrong direction going first. So I had to go back and refold each page the correct direction so that it would sit properly in the spine. And right here, I'm cutting to make the pages even. And I'm thinking this is a great idea. I'm just evening up the book and then the pages coming out and I'm panicking. But that's okay. We have some school glue to the rescue, putting it in there and tapping in each little page so it sticks to the glue. And after all that time fiddling with it, here it is, another tiny win. All right, guys. And just like that, our china cabinet has all its little pieces. Thanks for spending time building with me today. If you want updates on this build, remember to like and subscribe. I'll be posting as I continue to create it.